Hey, good evening. It's Dana with Imagination Paint, aka Paint and Purpose, and I wanted to hop on for just a minute and say hi and just to chat with you for a minute because tonight is the last night of the doors being open for founding members for the Creative Ministry Collective. And so I had to come on here and just share a little bit. It's crazy because I'm kind of nervous right now. I don't know if that's kind of weird, but I'm actually a little bit nervous, and I feel like I'm kind of feeling the things that I've been talking about over the last several weeks through the things that I've been sharing, and doing it scared, and you care because you get nervous because something is so important to you, and that's literally how I'm feeling right now. So I'm trying something different. I'm going on a different route with this tonight. Usually when I do lives, I will have notes and stuff to go by, but I was really praying over this earlier, and I will tell you, I almost didn't go live tonight because I was feeling nervous. I was like, do I really need to? And I've been praying about it all evening, and God is like, Dana, you need to go and you need to talk to these people and just share your heart with them. No notes, make it real and raw, and just come on here and just speak from your heart. And so that is what I'm doing tonight, and I am a little bit nervous about it, so y'all bear with me, but this is just what I'm feeling prompted to do. And yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about my story, and I've shared a little bit about my vision for this creative ministry collective that we are starting and building. I'm so excited. We already have several women who have joined this week, and oh my gosh, God is bringing these people to me intentionally. I know I've been praying over everyone who has been put in this path to see this opportunity and to step into this ministry role through their creativity. And so he's just bringing the people to me that he wants me to be in front of. And so all of this is the Lord, and it's so cool to watch when his timing is right, how just everything comes together. And with that being said, I don't know if you have ever felt in your life that you've been in a situation where you felt like you maybe even went from one thing to the next thing to the next thing to the next thing. I've personally been all over the place when it comes to entrepreneurial adventures, and trying to figure out what is it that I'm supposed to be doing with my life. And I worked for other jobs and for other people fresh out of high school and in my college years, and that fun stuff, but nothing ever really seemed to click, and I wasn't happy. I was not fulfilled. I questioned my worth and my value. And I also remember being a young girl and being so confused and lost, and who am I and what am I supposed to be doing with my life? What is my purpose here on earth? And I remember always looking back now, I placed my value and my self-worth in other people and in the things that I did. And I wasn't putting it in God. And so if you've ever been in that situation, tell me in the comments if you can kind of relate to that, because I really had a hard time, I think, getting to a place where I felt like I was on the right track with knowing what I was supposed to be doing. So after working for other people for several years, I finally realized I don't like this. I hated it. I hated my life. I hated working for other people. I hated being on other people's schedules. It just wasn't for me. And so the first taste of entrepreneurship that I got was actually through Mary Kay. And that's been a huge part of my story, actually. I was in Mary Kay several times off and on, but it introduced me to the people who would change my life. I was saved in a pink Cadillac by my director that I had met shortly after I'd gotten started. And so I got saved in the pink Cadillac. And then as I started growing in the business, I started learning leadership skills. And if you had asked me back in high school if I would ever be talking or speaking publicly in front of other people, I would have laughed in your face, because I was absolutely terrified. If you had given me the choice to sing in front of other people versus speak in front of other people, I would have sang, like, hands down. I hated to speak in front of other people. The idea of like getting messed up on my words freaked me out. I would not speak. And so being in that entrepreneur position really taught me the skills that I needed to learn how to just speak in front of others and to just build my confidence in that area. I feel like God places us in different seasons at different times of our life to learn different skills that we're going to need in order to help build us up for what He's preparing us for. So fast forward a little bit, I've done like the leadership stuff with that. I did photography on my own. I mean, like all sorts of like little business adventures, but nothing ever really truly made me feel fulfilled. So after the loss of one of my best friends, and after we went through 2 miscarriages, painting was always what was like my go-to for healing when it came to trying to find ways to, or an outlet, I guess you would say. If you were going to go find an outlet, painting is what I would go to. That's what I gravitated to. It made me feel better. It helped me to like take my mind off of my grief, or to put my grief into what I was painting on the canvas. And that was what was so healing for me. And so finally, when we were going through our second miscarriage, I remember thinking, okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now, but I do know that if I don't do something that's given me an outlet, then I'm gonna fall into depression. And so I knew painting was that thing for me. So what I decided to do was, and little did we know that COVID was coming, but I decided to just be like, okay, well, if I'm gonna paint, then I might as well make some money off of it, or at least try to. And if I'm gonna try to make some money off of it, then it'll at least force me into doing it, right? On a regular, consistent basis. And so that's how I started teaching paint parties. And really all it was just me working through my grief and learning how to try to make a little bit of extra money on the side as I went through that grief. Hold on, you guys. And so that's kind of how this all began. And I went through like the whole first year doing everything online because COVID hit. So we didn't have a choice but to do everything online. There were no in-person get-togethers or anything like that. I feel like I was kind of late in the game getting that started. But once we were able to start slowly getting back into the groove with that, then that's when I started the in-person stuff. And it was so much fun. So much fun. And so since then, I have been doing in-person paint parties. I have learned how to do art kits. And I've learned so much through working with the people, my mentors who, my mentor who has taught me everything I know about, teaching paint parties. She's incredible. And so, this has been a journey. This has really been a journey. And I feel like, you might even be able to relate to that. What you have gone through in all these different seasons of your life, you've been taught something in order to get to where God is ultimately trying to get you to go. And so, that's what this has all been about. And I knew from the beginning, whatever I did, I was supposed to be doing something for Jesus and for ministry, but I wasn't really sure what that was supposed to look like. And He has placed this insane sense of urgency on my heart, especially this past year. And He's just been telling me, okay, go. It's go time. It's time to do this now. And that's where I'm at. I'm nervous. I'm scared. I don't feel qualified. But I wanted you to hear that from me, because I think that that's where this gets to be so relatable. When you are trying to step into your purpose, you're not supposed to feel qualified. You're not supposed to be like, oh, I've got this. This is going to be great. Like, I know exactly where I'm headed. Like, it's not supposed to be like that. God would not be God, and we wouldn't be dependent on him if we felt like everything was right and we knew exactly what we were doing. What would we have a need for him for? That's the whole point of this, is to step out in that faith and step out into the unknown and to just be like, okay, Jesus, this is yours. Like, I have no idea what's about to happen. I'm nervous, I'm scared, and I do feel unqualified. But God, I know that despite those feelings, I know that this is what you're telling me to do. And so everything that I've been sharing over these last several weeks, I get that and I feel that, and I'm in it right now. And it's okay. And I'm going to do it anyways. I'm doing it anyways because I know that I'm supposed to. And so I just wanted to encourage you, if you are one of the people that I've been talking to this week, or over the last several weeks, if you have felt like God really wants me to do something more with this, he gave me creativity for a reason. I have the gift of creativity. He's given it to me. I'm supposed to do something else with this. He wants me to use it to minister to other people and to bring people closer to him and to build his kingdom. If you feel called at all to do that, I'm not here to try to sell something to you. Honestly, this isn't for everybody. This is not for everybody, and I understand that. But if it is for you, if you do feel called, I just want to encourage you to just go for it. Don't think, because we will overthink ourselves to death. Don't overthink it. Just say yes. I went and saw Lisa Harper and Christine Caine last year in December of 2024. And I went to the Q&A session. For those of you who don't know who I'm talking about, go look up Lisa Harper and Christine Caine on YouTube. They are incredible. They are amazing women of ministry, and I absolutely love them. And when I saw them, I asked them a question, and I said, how do I do what you do? And their answer to me was so simple, and it has stuck with me, and it has driven me, and it has moved me to this point now. And they said, don't stop saying yes. So I just want to encourage you, and I want to ask you, what could your life look like, next year, a few years from now, 10 years from now, because you said yes when God was calling you? And I want to take it a step further, because your yes doesn't just impact you. And if you're stuck in your fear and you're stuck in your nerves, you're not thinking about this in the right way. You're thinking about this, I'm going to be real talk for just a second. This isn't meant to hurt anybody's feelings. This is just being super real and super raw. If you're stuck in your fear, then you are being a little bit selfish. And that, I say that with love. But we've got to think about it, y'all. This isn't about us. Ministry is not about us. This is about reaching other people. When we shift our mindset and we stop thinking about how we feel and what we're afraid to do, and we start putting our focus on other people and how to go out and serve them and help them, the other stuff that's going through our minds seems a little bit less. It fades away a lot. Because once you're in that routine of going out and helping people and serving people, oh my gosh, how good does that feel? Imagine feeling like that all the time, being able to go and just make a positive impact on somebody's life. Imagine being able to go out to a paint party or to a craft event and going out and like giving people something fun to do with their hands while they forget about the awful stuff that they're going through at home for 2 hours with their friends, and giving them that freedom and that safe space to go and share what they're going through in their life. Or if they need a few minutes to cry and share a few tears. I mean, people need that. Women need that. And we have the opportunity as creatives to go out and offer that safe space for them to come for those 2 hours and to show them the love of Jesus. That might be something that they don't get anywhere else. Think about ways that we have to reach people through a paint party or a craft party or event that they might not even be getting on Sunday because they're not going to church or they're not hearing a sermon. So we can reach people in places that sermons can't. And that is a privilege. That is a privilege. And so if you are one of the people that I've been talking to the last week or two, and you've seen my posts and it's kind of set on your heart and you're like, oh man, I don't know if I should do this. I kind of want to, but I'm scared and I don't really know what this is going to look like. This is for you. This is for you. Because you're not going to be doing it alone. We're going to help each other, and we're going to make this to where you have resources that you need to go out and do these creative events and to send out messages with your art kits and whatever else that you're doing. We want to see you in here because you feel led to. Again, I'm not trying to sell you on this. Like, if this isn't for you, then don't do it. Like, I'm not here to pressure you into anything. I just want to say that if you are called, then listen to it. And don't let your fear stop you from obeying God's call to you. So yeah, I hope that helps. I hope that in some way you can relate to my story. I don't know what this looks like. This is just the beginning of it. Oh my gosh. But he's already sent several ladies to me who are all excited and on fire for Jesus. And that's all I need. And I have given this to him and I said, Lord, I'm not worried about numbers. This isn't about numbers for me. This is not about how many people you send to me. This is about what we do with the people he sends. Because think about this. Numbers are irrelevant to Jesus. Think about when he goes and he feeds the 5,000. He fed 5,000 people with a couple of fish and a loaf of bread. He doesn't need numbers. Numbers in this doesn't matter. He just needs the people who are willing. So if you're willing to go to work for him, if you're willing to be a little bit bold, step into it a little bit scared and do it and just work for him because you've seen his grace and like everything that he's done for you in your life. Like if you're ready to go do that and be on fire for Jesus, that's all we need. Those are the people that we want in this community that we are calling to step up, get a little bit uncomfortable, and go out and just speak on his behalf. That's what this is about. Using your gifts. Like, how much better could it get? We're using our gifts, and we get to talk about Jesus in the process. It's a win-win. You can't get any better than that. What an opportunity we have. I want to leave you with this. This is my life verse. And I go back to this all the time when I feel like I need something to motivate me or push me. I think after having such a track record of, you know, starting things and stopping things and like going from one thing to the next, in that moment, in those moments of going in between different things and feeling like, I haven't found, you know, what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know what's like right for me. That'll make you feel a little crazy sometimes. And that'll make you feel like, am I doing this right? Is it like, am I missing something? Excuse me. Hold on. But that's just it. God is placing you in those seasons to teach you something in each season as He prepares you for your calling. And what I've gained over those different seasons was the word perseverance. So that's kind of been adopted as my life word, because it's something that I had to learn. I still have to I'm still figuring it out. I'm doing a lot better with it now than I ever was. But perseverance is a lesson that you have to keep working through over and over and over again. And my life verse that I've adopted, I want to share it with you. It's from Hebrews 10:36. It says, you need to persevere so that when you have done the will of God, you will receive what He has promised. If that doesn't get you fired up alone, just if you're obedient to Him and you persevere and you push through everything, all the struggles that you've faced in your life, if you keep going and you keep working for Him, you're going to get what's promised on the other side of all of this. And so that should be our ultimate goal. That should be what drives us and pushes us. So I hope that this reaches somebody tonight, helps somebody tonight. I hope it wasn't too heavy. I know that this isn't for everyone. And if it isn't, that's totally okay. If you're here and you're like, no, this isn't for me, thank you for still showing up. Thank you for still coming and supporting me. Oh my gosh, do you know how much that means to me? That means beyond words. And I just want to ask you, if you aren't one of the people who is meant to step into this right now, into this creative ministry collective, if you're not meant to step into that right now, that's okay. I ask, would you please, please, please say a prayer for myself and for the ladies who have said yes, because we are walking into unknowns, and ministry is uncharted territory. It can be scary. I mean, look at the world we're living in right now. You don't know what you're going to get when you start talking about Jesus to everybody, but I know it is going to be a blessing. And so I just ask for prayer. And if you do feel led to join us, comment purpose. Just put in the comments the word purpose, and I'll send you the link to get started. The doors are open tonight for founding members until midnight. And so after tonight, the doors will close for founding members. We'll never have it at this pricing again. Again, what you get as a founding member is access to different paint designs. So these are just a few of the paint designs that we already have available in the collective. You're going to get access to this and to other ministry resources to use for things like paint parties or craft parties, and just other forms of like ministry or paint kits or things like that. So if you are interested in stepping into a ministry calling with your creativity, comment purpose in the comments and I will send you a link to get started. Again, if not, that's okay. We just ask for prayer as we get started on this new journey, and I cannot wait to see what God is about to do, because I feel like it's going to be big. I don't know what's going to happen, but I just know it's going to be incredible, and I'm just so, so excited. So thank you so much for hopping on tonight, and I can't wait to see you inside of the Creative Ministry Collective, and I hope you have a great night. Stay warm. Thanks. Bye.